Out across the dusty plains of Mars, where the ground is cracked and the hills are made of stone, a tiny rover named Pix blinked on with a gentle hum. He was no bigger than a suitcase, with 6 little wheels that turned with soft clicks, and a shiny silver shell that caught the sunlight like a mirror. Mars was quiet. So very quiet. No birds. No trees. No breeze. Just the whisper of Martian dust swirling across the ground and the distant whir of Pix's little engine. But Pix had a mission. A very important one. He was sent from far, far away, from a blue and green planet filled with forests and oceans. He came to search for something precious, something surprising, something colorful. Color on Mars? It sounded impossible. The planet looked sleepy and rusty, with hills the color of old bricks and ground like powdered cinnamon. But Pix had hope. And hope, as he had been taught, was where every good adventure begins. With a tiny jolt of excitement, Pix rolled forward. Clink-clank, hummity-whir went his wheels over the pebbled ground. He searched the horizon with his camera eye. He scanned every rock, every crack, every bump in the landscape. He even tilted his little solar panel toward the sky as if asking the universe, "Where should I go next?" On rolled Pix, over ridges and through valleys, humming a quiet tune only he could hear. Searching, searching, never still, through dusty hills and windy chill. Then, something caught his lens. A glint, a glow, a warm and familiar color glowing from behind a ridge. Pix paused. Could it be? He crawled up the slope, each wheel spinning just a bit faster now. And there it was. A canyon wall, tall and jagged, lit by the sunlight in such a way that the rock glowed. Not dull and dusty like the rest, but red. Not a scary red. Not a dark or angry red. But the red of strawberries on a sunny afternoon. The red of hearts drawn in crayon by tiny hands. The red of warm things and happy feelings. Pix took a little picture and stored it in his memory. Red. Real red. On Mars, his circuits fluttered with joy. He had found the first color. But there were more to find. Searching, searching, never still, through dusty hills and windy chill. On he went. The day grew longer, and the shadows stretched like sleepy giants across the rocky ground. Tiny whirlwinds spun past Pix's path, carrying swirls of ancient dust into the air. And that's when he saw it. A boulder, round and smooth, was nestled in a shallow crater. But not just any boulder. It shimmered in the light. Not red, not brown, but orange. It was the orange of ripe pumpkins, the orange of firelight flickering on walls. A cozy, glowing orange that seemed to come from within the stone itself. Pix rolled around it, studying every edge. The way the sunlight hit the curved surface made it glow like the sky at sunrise. The rusty dust of Mars made it hard to see at first, but now that he'd found it, he couldn't unsee it. Orange. Real, glowing orange. Could this be another clue? A sign that maybe, just maybe, Mars wasn't so colorless after all? Pix felt a tiny thrill in his antenna. He snapped another picture and rolled away, careful not to leave deep tracks behind. The sky above was beginning to change. The Martian sun, low and sleepy, was dipping behind the craggy hills. Shadows grew longer. The temperature dropped. The wind picked up ever so slightly, whispering along the dry riverbeds. Pix had not found the third color yet, but he believed it was out there, somewhere. So on he went, searching, searching, never still, through dusty hills and windy chill. His wheels slipped over loose gravel. He bumped down a rocky slope. He paused at the edge of a cliff and scanned the horizon again. And then, something began to change above. The sky. It wasn't red anymore. It wasn't orange. It was turning blue. Not the bold blue of oceans or blueberries, but a soft, sleepy, gentle blue. The kind of blue that made you take a deep breath and feel safe. The blue of a blanket pulled up to your chin on a chilly night. The blue of quiet lullabies and wishes made before bedtime. Blue. Pix tilted upward, staring with wonder. The sky had been so dusty and dull when he began. But now, as the sun sank and the stars prepared to twinkle, the color revealed itself like a secret. He didn't need to touch it. He just needed to feel it. Pix recorded the moment, his little lens whirring softly. That made 3. Red, orange, blue. Could plants grow here one day? Maybe. The colors were a clue. Color meant light, warmth, minerals, reflections, signs of life, or signs that life could be. Pix didn't know for sure, but he had hope, and hope was more than enough. The stars began to appear one by one, winking down like tiny promises from faraway friends. Pix rolled into a small nook between two boulders, his solar panel folding in like sleepy wings. His tiny lights dimmed to a soft glow. He had done it. He had searched. He had found. He had hoped. And he wasn't finished yet. Somewhere beyond the next hill, the next crater, or the next ridge, there might be even more colors, more clues, more dreams, and Pix would find them. Searching, searching, never still. Through dusty hills and windy chill, he whispered the melody as he drifted into sleep mode. And somewhere in the sky above, the blue deepened, the stars danced, and Mars waited. Because tomorrow, Pix would explore again. Moral: exploration means being curious and hopeful, even when the path is quiet and unknown.